Telegram. Okay? Yes. Our secret is our this is our secret weapon, okay? Is our intuition, is our thought process, common sense. We are in the asset column, which they absolutely hate. We do not want to be part of their matrix, okay? We got, well, maybe if we had a couple of toes inside their matrix, that's fine. But what we want to be is prepare ourselves for the new world, the golden age, as what Trump has been saying time and time again. It's the golden age that's coming. And I just want to say for all the Canadians out there, how you doing, Carrie Ann? For all the Canadians out there that are being so vile and negative towards the poor neighbors to the south that are in Spokane right now, they're losing their homes. Huge swaths of suburbs in the Spokane area got burned up last night. I mean, there's nothing left. And what's that going to do to the insurance companies? That's going to wipe them right out. This whole thing is a complete mess right now, right? We got, if we thought that there were so many homeless before, take a look at it now. I would say half of, not half, maybe 40% of Spokane is homeless today. Yeah, that fire wasn't stopping for anything, right? Yeah. And that's what's going to happen. I mean, a lot of people, like I says, a lot of people are joining Facebook now and joining our family right now. The tribe is growing exponentially around the world. We're getting people from all over the world, but like I says, Facebook's a huge platform, and so we're going to see. Maybe we might have a bigger community than what was on TikTok. How's it going, Gail? Yep. Eventually everybody will get over here, which is cool. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yep. Hey, Gail. Yes, the dragnet is continuing 24/7. They're taking out, the cartels, everybody, and all. This is not going to be easy because there are, we've got at least, 50% of the planet is into corruption, is, neck deep in corruption. And, it's, that's what we're having to deal with right now. It's not going to be, this ending is what Trump has said, is the ending's not going to be for everybody. And that, and that's putting it mildly. Yep. Happy Monday to you too. Yeah. Yeah, Trump right now is isolating the terrorists from their money because he's going after their bank accounts. And that's where Space Force is coming in right now. They're doing a lot of cyber, cyber warfare right now. Okay, the cyber warfare is over the top crazy right now, and they're going to be capturing all the hackers and the negatives out there and the scammers that are trying to steal money off of the good people. All that's been recorded, all of it. They're not going to get away with it. They got their IP numbers. They got their facial recognition. They're gonna. The only way they're going to get away is, and they might not even get away, is if they take a ride off planet. There's nowhere for them to run. This is where this thing's going. They're all getting cleaned up right now. I have the utmost faith in ICE, and I wish ICE was up in Canada. I'd be up here. I'd be doing everything I can to help them and make their life easier. because Canada needs it. We have so many people out here, and this fire that went on in Spokane with all the negative, backlash from these libtards out of Canada. You are brainwashed, and your IQs you have some serious mental problems that you got to deal with, and I'm just ashamed to see how many really weak-minded Canadians there are out there. It's very shameful, and I'm not, after these last 10 years and everything has been going on since 2020. My whole perspective on the Canadian mentality is completely taken an about turn. Yeah, I have no absolutely. There are so many sleepers up here. The few patriots that are up here are few and far between. But like I said, I know, and I'm getting to know more and more who they are, and we have, but there are so many that are not, and they're the ones that are going to take a real that's going to be a serious wake up. Yep. Hey, Kingsley. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Yeah. Yep. Well, eventually they'll all come over. I mean, they did from Rumble. A lot of people from Rumble came over at that time, and I moved them back over to TikTok. A lot of people, when I left TikTok, they wouldn't go off TikTok. They just stayed there. I don't know why. There was no reason. I mean, a lot of people have Facebook too, right? I don't know. They seem to like to stay there, but they're not. They don't have targets on their back like I do. There's not much I can do about it. Yep, I will be getting and returning friends, adding all that. Yes, very, very soon. Thanks, Robert. Yeah. People don't have to be living in the matrix. There's lots of ways to get out of it. Like I said, I've told everybody, like I says, because everybody has been so brainwashed for decades and decades now. But you got to, learn to stop being addicted to their pharmacare, their cigarettes, their alcohol. You got to get right out of it. Okay? And this is the problem that we're having right now. They use addiction to control you. And, they use movies and all their, they have to tell you, so they tell you in the movies, and then they call it science fiction. And yet they're actually documentaries that are going on right now. So we have to recognize that, all the lies that we have been told. And we have to start retraining ourselves not to be so, committed or addicted to their matrix. Stop using their money. Start buying silver. Stop buying copper. That's going to be your new source of currency. I mean, you can buy silver. It'll go up in price and value, which it will. It's going to. This is the last chance of what's going on right now. This is the last chance. I believe in the next month, it's already starting to climb right now. Right? And I believe that in the next week or two, this will be the last chance that we get to deal with it. Yes, I know, understand, but all the Supreme Courts are going to come down. Yeah. This is not conventional warfare. This is there's cyberspace warfare going on right now with the Space Force is absolutely over the top, because they're fighting technology with technology. How you doing, Constance? You found us. Good for you. Yeah. Yep. That's what Trump is doing right now. He's cutting off all their funding to the terrorists because they all have bank accounts and secret accounts here and there, offshore stuff, or whatever they're doing. He's seizing it all. They don't. He doesn't need court orders for any of his business outside of the United States. But that's why it's taking a little bit of time, because he has deep state operators going up against him as in their Supreme Courts and their other court systems. That's what the negative Democrat, SHIT show is doing. They're using their corrupt system to hold things up that Trump is trying to push through. But all they're doing is exposing themselves, and they're going to be arrested for it, because everything hinges on the Constitution, the divine Constitution that was laid out by our forefathers. And anything that was written after that has got nothing to do with what they're trying to do in the Supreme Courts. They're going to be arrested for it. How you doing, Rochelle? Let me just see here. I can't see that yet. I don't know why that's not moving up. Okay. Anyways, yeah, it'll probably go too fast. You said something about copper. I'm not seeing it. I don't know why that's not working. It's not active. It's not responding. Yeah, you could, like I said, if you just go through your notifications, go into your settings and go into your notifications, and then check, like it says, activate the ones that you want. Yeah. Copper is great for plants too. Exactly. Yes, it is. It's not just for plants. It's for, I put it in the water. There's all kinds of different things, as far as the healing purposes go. Yeah. How you doing, Rhonda? Yeah. Hey, Dino Harris, how things going? Yep. Hey, Christina. But if you want to purify your water, throw copper in it. Yeah. If you want to live off grid, like I said, you can friend me here on Facebook. I'll friend you back, and we can message each other back and forth if you have any questions about anything. Yeah. Messenger's been really good that way. Yeah. I try to go over to TikTok, but I'm not totally convinced TikTok is our friend, right? I try to explain to people that the layers of consciousness and the awakening is quite the journey from 3D to 5D, maybe. Comprehend the evil plans, and 4D do not consent. 5D no longer manipulated by the programs. I guess that's what you're saying. I can't read that part. It's covered up. But I know what you're saying, Martine. The thing is that we are all separating right now. The 3D, the people that have they can't think outside the box. They're stuck in the box. That's the Man in the Box by Alice in Chains. It's the man in the box. He cannot think outside that box. And that they're going to be stuck in 3D. Then, of course, we're all advancing and, ascending to a 5D frequency. Because we know what's going on. We see all the craziness, and that's, really what it comes right down to it. The governing global alliance want as many people to wake up as possible, so we're not having to deal with a lot of brain dead people. That's the problem. That's why it's taken so long. We like I said, if we would have stopped paying our taxes 10 years ago, we would not have been in this situation. But a lot of people saw the corruption going back as far as 9/11. That's fine. Yes, that's fine. Everybody's busy right now. But like I said, but the bottom line is to take care of yourself. Drink your clove and cinnamon. I find it very, very refreshing. And not to how you doing, Randy? Not to mention it's so good for you. How you doing, Joanne? Good to see you. Yes, we're going to come on tomorrow. We'll come back on Facebook about 7 a.m. I will post it on this site here, and we'll come back on and because there's no point even attempting to go over to TikTok until the 6th anyways, and I think I'll just be posting there anyways. I'm gonna stay off of doing lives on TikTok, and I'm just gonna come on to Facebook. They're giving us a lot more leniency. Everything is escalating. Oh, absolutely. When they ripped the bark off of the mad scientists the other day, that has provoked a lot and has wakened a lot of people on the planet. Yep. And that's put a lot of people in fear. But like I said, I just want to say, anybody that has took the Kool-Aid, go down and start buying nicotine patches. And the patches are usually pretty big, so you can cut them, quarter them. So you got 4 pieces out of one patch, and then just stick them under your arm, under where your lymph glands are, and that will send the nicotine into your system. And that's like nicotine's like a little Pac-Man. Yeah, it'll start eating up your metals. And again, you have to. I soak my feet every day in salt and hydrogen peroxide. And it's good. It softens the feet, and it drops out all the, that's one huge area. It draws out all the poison, and all your contaminants. Every day we have parasites put on us. Parasites are on us every day, and the things that we eat and everything. Yes, I will post it on Facebook. Yeah, no problem. I'll as soon as I get off there, I'll start working with Facebook a lot more. No problem. Yes, there's a lot of people I consent to. I endorse to listen to. Michael Jaco is at the top of the list. He's not being controlled anymore. There's a lot of influencers out there that are being controlled right now for whatever purposes that they have. I don't know what's going on exactly, but Jaco's he's seeing exactly what's going on. How's it going, Annie? Yeah. Yeah, and I'll be friending a lot of people over there. And another guy is Gene Decode. He's got a lot of things that are going on there. And then as far as the money goes, you can listen to John Dowling, listen to Mark Z. If that's your, if you want to follow the currencies. Any updates on foreign currency? Not really. Other than the fact is that, get out there and buy it. Try to buy it through your bank. And if your bank is not selling it, go to a bank and open up a small account on a bank that will buy it or that will sell it. This is the last chances you're going to get of it. I believe the Vietnamese dong is still available, so is the Indonesian rupiah. The other ones are not are harder to get a hold of. And I don't know what category. I believe Tier 4B is going to be. That's the digital. People that have been following it digitally. Yes. Yeah, it's easy. It's easy to get out of the matrix. You just got to, take all your cards, your healthcare cards, your driver's license, everything. Just keep them in your wallet and use that at the time. But like I said before, go get yourself some personal cards made up with your face on it. On the the only name that you need is one name, maybe put your email in there. You do not need a phone number to do all that. Yeah. I'm not sure what you're saying about the Philippines. Philippine cop, it's every year. Is that payback or not playing cabal games? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Yeah, life is a lot easier for me in the Philippines. It's a lot more. I have so much freedom down there. I'm able, yeah. There's lots of things up here. We're in a Nazi country right now, and you can see it. It's Nazi controlled country in Canada. Yeah, because and that if and that's what I'm telling everybody. If you want to buy your foods, go out every Saturday to the farmers market and start talking with people out there to say, oh, well, who sells chicken or, who sells a little bit of beef? And they have all the contacts out there. Stop going to these big box stores. Stop feeding the corporations. The corporations are the one that put us here. So why are you feeding the enemy? Yeah, I mean that's what I mean. TikTok is they're maybe on their way out. They might be sold off, and the ones that are controlling it right now might be probably arrested. Yeah, how you doing, Nancy? Yep. Hey, Joan. Well, wherever the platform's going to be, I mean, I we have very faithful, uh, patriot digital warriors out there that you know are dedicated to finding out the truth. And this is the platform that you can send in all your reports and what's ever going on in your country. And let's get it out there so we, have the patriots know what's going on there so we can make the right moves. Yep, it's madness right now. Of course, it's madness. There we're in a absolute. This is almost kinetic war right now. What's going on? And like it says, I just for um, you know entertainment purposes only, we are formally asking and for ICE to formulate up in Canada so we can start cleaning out all the illegals here. Yeah, because they're not just a threat to the you know they're not just a threat to the national security of the United States Republic. We have a threat to the Canadian Constitution and the people of Canada. We have shootings that are going on right now, gunfire going on, and those names that they're getting uh, don't don't sound Canadian to me. So that's where it's at. A lot of this might be exposure, whatever, but like I said, you all have to be out there and have protection, whether it be bug spray, bear spray, anything that's going to shoot some, nasty stuff at a 20 foot pace to keep them away from you. That's totally legal. Me, on the other hand, I like things a little bit more defined. But they won't attack guys. They won't. They're not going to attack that. But it's usually the criminals. I mean, they're this is what we're witnessing right now with everything going on. There is the open border agenda that the deep state or the Democrats did to the southern border, allowing what 15, 16 million illegals in, and that's what ICE is trying to clean up right now. And of course, you got all the lefties on screaming and hollering how bad ICE is, and yet the illegals are going to be the first one that that unalive the lefties. They're because they despise them. They're going to be taking them to the roofs of apartments and throwing them off the top. That's what's coming. Yes, I'm very close to the fires. Yeah, everybody in the area right now is very close, and we had one north, we had one just 20 minutes away, and the other one now in Spokane is about an hour and a half away from where we are now. We have a whole city here that's kind of under threat. Yeah. You have to message others on TikTok. Can't send anything from FB yes to TikTok. I know, Dino. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll go back over on TikTok. Say, listen, we're over on Facebook now. Just come on over and friend me over on that, and you'll get to turn on your notifications. I'll get that all figured out. Yes. Focus on what we want to create. Yes. And make the planet a better place. Exactly. Thank you, Martine. We got to start thinking like millionaires instead of thinking like, like we're slaves. We're not going to stand for these, the judges and the lawyers. They're just they're money handlers. They collect money for fines, and if you don't pay it, whatever, you're penalized. I still am a firm believer of what Jesus has said many, many times. There should be no prisons on this planet. They're either fined. If a person goes out and, for example, you go out and steal a goat, you have to pay 7 goats back. You don't pay the 7 goats back, you get 50 lashes. And if that don't work, then you're unalived. Exactly. I can't move up. I can't scroll up or down. I don't know why. Maybe it's frozen. Yeah. But I'm just letting it go do its thing. Yeah. How you doing, Rebecca? Good to see you. How you doing, Christina? Yes, Facebook is a huge platform, social media. It sure is. So maybe this might be the platform, for Alex West. Yeah, it might be. Any RV updates? Just we're watching the events. It's got no dates at all, Lynn. We're just going to be watching these events, and things are escalating. They're really escalating right now. How's it going, Sean? So once it gets to a certain point, and Trump was already talking about grounding the planes and trains and everything. So that's going to be the first sign. But when this thing goes off, it's gonna go off worldwide, and they're all going to get ready to do it. That's why you're having certain locations right now that's going on around the world. There's certain blackouts going on, internet shutdowns, and everything else. I think in my best guess, we're maybe 30 days out, if that. It could be now, it could be tomorrow, but it's going to happen. Yeah. Good morning, Juliette from Quebec. Bonjour. I bet a lot of resignations. Yeah, there's resignations, retirements. They're all doing it right now, Dino. That's what all the CEOs and the corporations are coming down. Esso just shut down all their card locks for all the big tanker trucks. What's that going to do for all the transports around Canada? And that's in the United States too. They're shutting down all the card locks. Like, we're going to go into a complete system meltdown. And that's why I'm saying, the only thing, the grocery stores might stay open, but that's why I'm saying the farmers markets will be the ones that will be there. And if you got cash, you will be taken care of. You got cash or silver or anything else, that's why I'm saying don't save it. Don't put it in the bank. What are you going to do if the bank shuts down? You're not going to be able to get your money because the ATM will shut down too. You're not going to. They're already having a hard time. People trying to pull their money out. They're already trying to do whatever they can do to stop you from pulling your savings out. What does that tell you? Tells me they don't have the money to do it. Right? So take a little bit out every day. If you don't have any money in it, then you got nothing to worry about. And people are asking me all the time, they're saying, they're foreclosing on my house. Well, what you should have done, you can't stop payments without putting them into court. You cannot stop a payment on your house or a mortgage on your house and do nothing, expect nothing, because nothing will happen. They're going to go on the attack and send out and, get a writ or judgment against you through court to foreclose on you. And you got to jump ahead of that by going into you stop your payments, but, first you go in there and you collect all your information from your mortgage that you got, and then use that, get photocopies of all that, and then put that into your affidavit and say this is predatory lending. It's not even illegal. write out your affidavit there, make copies of that, attach it to your application or your affidavit, and file it into court. So you put them as the defendant before they can put a foreclosure on you. If you haven't done that, you're stuck possibly with a foreclosure, and the only way you're going to get out of that is when GESARA comes, and they will most likely pay you back for the money that you have been through interest that you paid on a mortgage. Yes, there's too many asleep out there, Martine. Yeah, lots waking up fast they're going to wake up a lot faster. Yeah, even the older generation starting to wake up now, but they're all going to really wake up when the bank starts shutting down. How you doing, Sarah? Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. Social media that's going to all shut down. And like I said, we're going to be flipped over from the Microsoft, garbage, the old, what do they call it? The Swift system. That's all going to go. Yeah, we're going to go QFS. That's going to be all driven by Odin and Starlink. How's it going, Sean? Time to open a can of serious, yes, Arsenal whooping. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I don't think we need to. I think the Patriots and Starseeds out there, light workers, all the intuitives that are following this platform, we just have to be there to take care of ourselves. Look after your bodies. Wash your body. I think it's very, very important that we wash our bodies, especially at this time, without using city water. Go get some nice reverse osmosis. You can get the 5-gallon jugs, 18 liters, and then put them in a small bowl with a rag. Throw your hydrogen peroxide in there. Throw your baking soda in there, and squeeze a lemon in there, in the water, so you get nice, beautiful fragrant, and wash your body down that way. Especially, and don't forget underneath the armpits and all the other lymph node areas, all the privies and whatever, right? That's extremely important. And then soak your feet in salt water, and if you want to put lemon in there too, salt water and baking soda. I do that, yeah, just to soak your feet, and I feel extremely clean, no issues, yeah. Thank you very much, Christina. Appreciate it. Well, we're going to have everybody's back. We're going to watch each other's back because we're surrounded by reptoids. Yeah, and they might not even know that they are, but they're sleepers and NPCs that follow exactly what the government's doing. That's an NPC, and sleepers. They follow exactly. They pay their bills. They do whatever, and that's what the corrupt government depends on to carry on with their, but all that's being exposed right now. And it's unfortunately very slow, but it is waking up humanity. It is. Yeah. How you doing, Mike? Yeah. Okay, I don't know what time it is here right now, but listen, I'm going to call it a day today. I'll be back on here tomorrow because I got a lot of internet stuff to do, get caught up on, and we'll get you back here tomorrow morning around the same time. And thank you very much for everybody coming over to our new site. And this worked out very, very well. I'm very happy at the great supporting that we're having right now. No, I'm not Aussie. Oh, you're talking about somebody else. No, I'm Canadian. Yeah. I don't know what I am anymore. I don't even want to be called Canadian anymore sometimes. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate all the hearts. That's great. Yeah, wonderful. I love you all. Take care of yourself, and we will see you tomorrow morning. Bye for now. Okay, I am live, I guess. I just tapped to invite viewers. Okay. Hang on a sec here. Okay, I'm going live here on Facebook, and let's just see how things go. This is the first time I've tried live on Facebook. I just got kicked off of TikTok for the 150th time. Hello, how are you doing, Laura? Eva? Good to see you. Yeah, it might take a little bit of time for everybody to flop over to this site. But let's see. It's a slow connection, they're saying. But, yep. Oh, I got to go in 1 second here. Sorry about that. How you doing, Phyllis? And Gloria? Okay, let's get this thing flipped around here. Oh, boy, oh, boy. It's a little bit different here. Okay. Your viewers, okay. Camera. There we go. How you doing, everybody? How you doing, Phyllis? Gloria? Yes, things are a little bit haywire and chaotic. How you doing, Jamie? Robert? Hey, Rob? Rochelle? Well, this isn't half bad. Maybe we should just stay on Facebook. Yeah. Hey, Letty. Good. Yep, that's great. Everybody, we get kicked off of, I think this might be the new norm is when we get kicked off of TikTok, we can bounce over to Facebook. Yeah. Work the two off of each other. Hey, Vicky. Yeah. I'm trying to put all my notifications out there so everybody gets notified. And how you doing, Nutty Nanny from the UK? Welcome, welcome. Things haven't changed. Yeah, we're still in. Yeah, we're still in the fight. It's all good. I don't know what's wrong with TikTok. Facebook seems to be. We'll see where Facebook goes with all this too. Yeah, and I'm glad everybody's coming on. How you doing, Tony? And Misty K, how are you? From North Carolina. Yeah. And I want to thank a patriot out there. It was one of our tribe had mentioned to me, you can go live on Facebook, and now we're here, right? Yes, and that's good. Any questions? Just let me know. Put them in. I see this. Actually, the writing here on Facebook is a lot more clear. They're not. Yeah, TikTok is. Very, very hard reading on there. I mean, I don't, like it says, it's, I think TikTok's overrated. Yep. So, I mean, we just got to stay in the fight, right? That's just the way it is. And I know that our, the Patriots will end up following us over here. We're, like people aren't going to, eventually we'll have everybody on here. How you doing, Robert? See you there now. And everybody, like I said, if you're not getting notifications from me on Facebook or whatever, just check go to your settings and check to see if you're getting your notifications activated. Okay? That's good. Any questions out there? I just want to talk about some things here right now. Thank you. How you doing? Okay, you're on there now, Robert. Found me. Yep. Good for you. Hey, Zachary. Zachary Hopper is watching. Yes, it's a slow connection, but it's better than no connection at all. I don't know. I think what the thing is with TikTok, they were scared for the fact is that I was, telling everybody, the questioning everybody, why? How you doing, Letty from Chicago? Why is everybody still got the phone numbers out there? When we have so many apps that will give you FaceTime, whether it be Telegram or Signal's a great one to go to. Zangi I love Zangi. I mean, I'm not on it, but if you would get your own number there, your own code number. Hey, how you doing, Leone? Said planes and trains are grounded. Uh, what does that mean? It means that everything's being shut down. And I think why the reason is because of the spraying. Aurora, how are you? There you are, Alex. Yes, I am here. Yes. How you doing, Ellen? Yeah, people are catching on. They're moving out of TikTok and because I left a screenshot there, and they're scared because I'm telling everybody to drop your payments on on your phone numbers, and that'll save you some money. And if you want, you just go to TikTok or not TikTok, but any message board that'll have a little phone signia emoji to it, right? How's it going, Cheryl? From Onaway? Yes, we're still up and at 'em, and we might just stay on Facebook for a while. They said Facebook were allowed up to 4 hours, which is pretty cool. Yes, we have to send our prayers out for the beautiful, our beautiful neighbors to the south in Spokane, Washington. And I just want to say for you, people that are so vile up in Canada are saying such nasty things. People are losing their homes, they're losing their animals, they're losing all their assets are being burned up. And now they're all on the street there because of forest fires. Absolutely careless. Absolutely carelessness. They're all human. Been started by. Well, I wouldn't even call them human. They've been started by the reptoids. Yeah, this is August 3rd live. Yes, and I think before we get into this is for entertainment purposes only. Just so Facebook knows, and we're just here for a good time and to enjoy ourselves and get together and have a patriot powwow, right? That's what this is all about. How you doing, Annie? How things going? Mike Lee is watching. See, everybody's coming on here, and that's because we've been. As far as I'm concerned, the Patriots have been abused too much on TikTok, and we don't really have that much nice things to say, and they're scared. They're scared of freedom of speech. How you doing, Mike Lee from Texas? I might even come on Facebook, start using Facebook as the main player. I don't know. Tomorrow, and let's bring on. It's all about everybody coming together, bringing the love and light. And all that good energy that you have stored up in you. Okay? Yeah. And like I says, we have forest fires going on right now. They're going to be battling these things. It is cooler today. How you doing, Natalie? Thank you very much. I'm so glad I'm here too. Yeah. Eventually we'll get everybody over here. I did leave a couple of notes. That's good, Annie. I hope things are going well for you down there. You're getting things straightened out. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of chaos right now. I mean, the banks are crashing. They're like I said, we just got reports in there that the planes and trains are being grounded. That's going to be shut down in the States right now, and I think that could be because of Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has ordered it to bring down any type of so they can go to all the jets that are there coming and going and inspect all the planes. Any company that's inside the United States that's carrying any kind of aerosols or whatever mixtures in their fuel, everything's going to be inspected. Yep. And if they get caught with any type of poisons that they're sending out through their fuel, then they're going to be grounded. How you doing, Larry? Yep. See, Rob, how you doing? Larry from Abbotsford. How you doing, brother? Hang in there. Hang on to the silver because it's about to blast off. I'm expecting probably minimum $1,175 before the end of the year. And if it's not that, it'll be the very beginning of 2027. Yep. I turned all I turned all my notifications on, except just watch the flash points, because your flasher will come on when you get the note. Just turn them off, yeah, because it gets quite annoying. How's it going, Sheila? Yep. Yeah, eventually everybody will come over to from TikTok over here. We'll use TikTok maybe as a secondary because we know how touchy they are. They don't like me, right? And that's fine. So, like I was saying, my question was to everybody: why are we being coaxed to save, putting money or fiat currency or paper money into our banks, playing with the fiat currency when it's really worthless? So just spend it, get rid of it, spend it on metals. There's no point saving money when it's worthless. There's no point saving any money when they're printing it. Even the gold-backed currency they're printing, I don't even trust that, because I know in my heart, I know based on my intel that's coming out, it's going to be worthless, or it's going to be gone in 3 to 5 years. So why stockpile it? The only things everybody should be doing right now is stockpiling metals. And the people that can afford it, buy silver. The people that can really afford it got a pile of money. I would highly advise you to go out there and buy gold. I mean, yeah. How you doing, Judy? So if you don't do that, then, and you can't afford the silver and gold, then go to your copper. Even, I don't care what doesn't matter what their markup is. You're going to blow through that. We used to buy silver and, take sometimes a $7, $8, $10 markup. That was their premium, that we would have to pay that. But when silver moved up, we blew right through that and got our investment back, what we paid them. So everybody was making money. And it's going to be the same process with copper. So who cares? I mean, if you can buy the bricks, that's fine. But if you can buy the coins, that's even better, right? Yep. Okay. So get rid of your paper. Get rid of all your paper. Get rid of drop. I mean, you can leave maybe 10% in your bank account because, like I said, their doors are going to shut on them very, very soon. They are already shutting down schools. I know of over 1,000 schools, and more schools are shutting down every day inside the States. They're using all kinds of different excuses. But basically what they're doing is, when they're dropping out the schools, because it's an old system. It's an old, fascist, socialist type ideology. And they don't want to, indoctrinate our children any more than they have to. So they're shutting them down, right? They're just going to shut them down. And when they do shut those schools down, what does that do to the real estate around that area? It's going to, devaluate the properties. And I have said many, many times, this is the way how I would go about it. I would go about it by shutting down or trying to sell your house if you owe money on it. If you don't owe any money on the home, just stay in the home, okay? But all real estates, this holding pattern or this bubble environment we've been living in for the last 20 years is about to pop. And I believe that real estate's going to go down to 10%. Okay? So, yeah. Now, I'm just thinking about what Trump's doing right now. In my theory, what I'm thinking right now of what's going on in the Middle East and Iran and Iraq, I think because of the old system, the old U.S. incorporation that was being run by the deep state at that time, I believe that when the Saudis separated and discontinued their joint operations with the U.S. incorporated, and they went and they migrated over to the BRICS, which they are working with the BRICS now, and their BRICS gold-backed currencies or whatever they're doing with the BRICS. I believe that's when Trump stepped in and said, "Okay, that's fine. We can work with that." I believe that him and bin Salman are still working behind the scenes. They're, because I believe there were still billions of dollars being invested inside the United States based on what was going on, right? How you doing, Christina? Or Christina, I'm sorry. And so now he's working with Iraq and Iran behind the scenes. I think this war that's going on there is